Welcome back, everybody,
Hello.
to Minions and Misfits. When we last left off, Keith was about to shoot a ghost, and then the sun came up and ruined his plans.
And that's a summary of Keith's line of thought. Just shoot ghosts.
That's everything you need to know about Keith's character in one sentence.
And now he has a sky guitar.
Yeah, now he's got a sky guitar. But yeah, you guys witnessed the effects of the chiming hour. Then the sun came up, you fell apart, and then the spiders dragged you into the...
Rolled all 8 of their eyes.
Yeah. It's one at a time in a circle around their head. And then dragged you guys into the pirate hole.
Also,
the convenient...
the name of my next bar is the Pirate Hole. Thank you.
The pirate hole. That's like in the epilogue. Israel Pickens has left the crew to start a pirate tavern on Neverland called the Pirate Hole. But yeah, so you guys were you had just crossed the skipping stones to get across the river. Let's not.
We didn't die somehow.
Hey, you didn't. You did get thrown across the river and sustain some damage, but
yeah, it's fine.
As we've established, you guys reform not as you were when you faded, but as basically your ideal self.
There are some benefits to the curse.
Yeah, so when you guys return with the next nightfall, your stats are recovered, your health is recovered.
Excellent. Sweet. I have all 4 of my health back.
All 4 of them.
Good, because I sustained quite a lot of willpower damage last time, so I'm glad to have that back.
Yeah. Getting smeared into a giant tonsil stone will kind of make you want to go crazy.
Yeah, understandable.
Still
one of your finest moments of creation.
Oh, yeah. So if we recall, you guys were headed towards the forge.
Yes.
Yeah. I just imagine the moment that Keith wakes up. He's just every morning, or rather every dusk. The minute he wakes up, it's without a fail. It's always, "What was that?" And he always just reacts with the surprise of, "Oh, I was dead again."
That is my alarm every time.
Just
like I like the idea that he wakes up still pointing his hand as if he were holding a gun about to shoot somebody. He pulls the trigger, but he's not holding his gun anymore.
I like to imagine that a few times he has been holding the gun still, and it just shoots
just accidentally shot somebody.
Yeah,
that's how you get some oopsies.
Yeah, that's Keith. I think isn't a major source of oopsies.
Yeah, he's an oopsie creator.
Whenever he's around.
I'm Mike Oopsies. And that just sounds like he's incontinent, but
I just came off of 3 shifts of the hospital. You can't say incontinent. Been dealing with it too much.
Keith the incontinent pirate.
So you guys awaken in
This is so stupid.
You guys awaken inside one of these sort of caches, little.
Oh yeah, what does this look like inside? Because I'm very curious about this whole trapdoor vibe.
It's kind of like a burrow, basically.
Okay.
It splits off into multiple chambers. There's a chamber where the spiders, or the spider that mans the place, kind of hangs out. There's a chamber for supplies and stuff that's got some crates and barrels of random stuff in it, food, gunpowder. And then there's a room that's kind of like a hibernation room where you guys are in.
Cool.
And in order to save on space, the spiders tend to just cocoon you in a web and just hang you from the ceiling.
And we reform as beautiful butterflies.
You reform as beautiful the way you guys looked before you got half digested by a crocodile. And
so we are more beautiful than we were, that's for sure.
Yeah. Than you were when you got here. It's not difficult to break out of.
I was going to say, what's the process of getting out of that?
It's not that difficult.
Just arm bursts through.
You just kind of punch your way out or cut your way out, whatever it is that you want to do.
Israel just hears several gunshots.
They're all like
through my cocoon.
They're all like 45 seconds apart because it's a flintlock.
You reload, pack it down. Yeah.
It's amazing that he's able to do that inside a cocoon.
Yeah, it's really impressive.
He's got to like wiggle to make enough room to move his arm and load the pistol.
You hear sad accordion sounds inside my cocoon.
Like by the time the third gunshot rings out, the spider is just lowering you down to the ground and unwrapping you.
Are spiders like, because they're sentient, right? They're like actually like intelligent creatures. Do we have like, are they named?
Probably, but you don't know this one's name.
I want to ask it its name. Does it speak or is it telepathic? I forget.
I think we said they're telepathic.
Okay, I just think really hard. What's your name?
Well, you still have to talk out loud to it. It just
you do? You can't read my mind? I don't know what kind of level of telepathy we're talking about here.
I don't know. It might be telepathy. Whatever they can talk to you, you're not really sure what the mechanism
I'm staring at
is.
it for a second, thinking it, waiting for it to respond, and then I realize that's not how that works. And then I say, "Well, dear friend, what can I call you? What do you go by?"
Keith.
I know your name.
It like rolls its eyes again. And it's like,
well, what'd you ask?
I'm talking to the spider.
Oh.
It just sort of makes like a hiss click noise.
Hiss click. Excellent.
Roughly translatable to chisk.
Chisk. All right. Chisk it is. Well, thank you for retrieving our bones from the lovely outside. I realized we were in quite a spot of trouble if you had just left us out there, so I greatly appreciate your services.
It's already like halfway through your sentence. It's already turned around and walked back
and
out.
It's gone. Okay. See ya, Chisk. All right. Well, Keith. I'm talking to you now, Keith.
I thought you were talking to the spider.
No, I'm done talking to the spider. Now I'm talking to you.
Oh, right. Keith has already brushed himself off and has loaded his gun and is figuring out if there's any sort of mechanism to load his scimitar. But besides that, he's ready to go.
It's just shiny, buddy. You just swing it and stab it, and it goes right through anybody you don't want it to be.
He just glares at Israel.
He needs the instruction manual.
Instruction. Step 1, stab. Step 2, dead.
Dead.
He stabs.
Oh! I'll just reform the next night. And,
Another night passes. Another day. But yeah, you guys.
That didn't work the way I thought it would.
Is that so?
By now, Chisk and I have a lasting friendship.
Right, Keith has just been sitting there.
That didn't work very
He tries
well.
to shoot it. He tries to shoot his way out of another web.
It ricochets.
But yeah, there's a ladder up out of the trapdoor.
Perfect.
For you non-spider-legged.
Yeah, I'll refill like a gunpowder horn or whatever we got for those things for the musket and
for sure
pop out. Yeah.
Should I stab again?
Grab a snack for the ride. I know we don't have to eat, but it's nice.
Yeah, keeps you sane.
Yeah.
Should I stab
Especially
again?
with Keith around. No more stabbing, please. When you see things you don't want alive anymore, that's when you stab them.
He takes that. I'm kidding.
Yeah, we've had this conversation, Keith.
All right. Yeah. No, he follows Israel.
Up we go.
You guys have the map, so you know which direction you're going. There's still a lot of
more
forest.
northly.
Yeah, northwestly.
Mm-hmm.
But there's still a lot of forest to get through. So I want one of you, I guess, Israel, since you're the one with the map.
Oh yeah, I'm navigating. Yeah, all right.
I want you to roll me a D6 exploration check.
D6 exploration. Okay, I got a 2. Is that good?
Yeah, it's not bad. You find a nest of gemstone dragonflies.
Oh.
Nearby the river.
Are those what they sound like?
Yeah, they're dragonflies that are at least
Bedazzled?
halfly made out of bejeweled.
Do you like dragonflies, Keith?
Oh, I like jewels.
That's not what I asked, but I appreciate the answer.
How can I roll like a, I don't know, wisdom or something to see if like they are dangerous, or are they the type of things where it's like, oh, cool, I'm gonna just rip a few in half and get some.
Are they the
jewels.
size of normal dragonflies?
Yeah, they're
Okay.
like a dragonfly, a normal dragonfly, except it's encrusted with gemstones.
Now, Dylan, the player, hates dragonflies with a passion,
What?
but Israel, I don't think minds them. So
They're the best type of flies.
that's not
Yeah,
true.
They eat mosquitoes.
Yeah.
They're like
Well,
mosquito murder machines.
You see, where I grew up in Arkansas, they have these big, thick red ones that are like demons, and I hate them.
Oh well. Everywhere else, they're like the superhero of insects.
Yeah, their
Yeah.
their nature's attack helicopter.
Black Hawk.
Yeah,
Is it possible to like harvest some of these for their jewels?
yeah, they're dragonflies, so they're
grab 'em out of the
difficult
sky
to
and crush
they're
'em.
difficult to catch, but you can.
Roll
if you
dexterity
try.
repeatedly.
Just
Yeah,
shoots a gun,
just-
That's the advantage of Into the Odd. I don't have to aim.
Yeah, just pow.
Yeah, but the disadvantage of shooting one of those is that it propels the gems away from the
Yeah,
dragonfly
it probably shatters them.
at
that's fair.
subsonic speeds
Probably not a thought
Alright.
that Keith had, though.
and into
kinda-
the.
He grasps
the
his
underbrush.
scimitar and kisses it on the hilt and says, "Time for you to try my beauty." And he kind of chops at some flies.
Yeah,
Now,
you
Keith,
managed
that's
to-
quite rude.
You
want-
managed to cut through like a D3, we'll say D3 gems worth of dragonflies.
Keith, what need have we of
2
material
gems.
wealth?
I got 2 gems out of it.
Yeah, but
What
what
is
do
it?
you need the gems for?
What's a pirate without any treasure?
Yeah, what he said.
Who said?
Keith
God?
looks into
Ignore me!
Keith looks into the unknown. Just, you didn't hear that? Well, I don't know. Just kind of
It's
shrugs
not-
and keeps walking.
It's what you call non-diegetic.
Israel is suddenly concerned for Keith's sanity.
Dying night after night, it's not great. I'll be
Not great
honest.
for it. No. All right, let's move on ahead.
He is pretty well
Yeah.
rested from having a whole night just of chilling around a dead body.
Now, remind me how the moon lens works.
So the moon lens, you can look at 2 objects and ask a question,
That's
and
right.
it will highlight the object that best answers the question.
That's right. Okay, cool.
And is there like a bunch of uses of this, or do we get unlimited
yeah.
uses?
It's reusable, yeah.
Oh, sweet.
It's a renewable resource.
Oh, can I see that?
What do you want it for, Keith?
For something cool?
You gonna break it?
Of course not. Why to break that? I'm not stupid.
He is technically not stupid. He has a wisdom of 13.
That's valid. Okay,
I'm trying
well-
to see how much my shinies are worth.
Okay, what are you going to ask to make that happen?
Which shiny is worth more?
That's not how much it's worth, though. That's just which one's worth more.
Well, yeah, but I don't think it's going to tell us the exact price. I think I've got to just see which one's worth more.
You're just trying to get a general estimated value?
Yeah, that's how finances work.
Oh, I'm sorry, Keith. Okay, yeah, sure. You can borrow the moonstone.
I have to make sure the energy I use is invested economically in something wise. Gosh. Okay. Puts his hand out.
What was the Napoleon Dynamite gosh at the end there? Gosh.
And he kind of holds the 2 gemstones up and says, I want money. Which one is worth more money?
Just, I want money.
All right, so the moon lens highlights one of the gemstones. And looking down, you realize that only one of them is actually a gemstone, and the other one's just a rock that you picked up somewhere.
Oh, great. Sweet.
Scratches out 2 gemstones.
Yep.
2, 1 gemstone.
1 gemstone, 1 stone.
Well, you know what they say, wealth management is taking small calculated risks. It kinda hands you
That's
back
right, Keith. Good job.
What?
I said good job.
I like the idea.
I know you're
that
not
Keith-
used to hearing that.
I like the idea that Keith is this big burly like fighter guy, but it turns out his main job is bookkeeping.
This is his first outing. Just
He's got like a pair of those little half moon glasses that he uses to read stuff.
Yeah.
he just takes the rock that's not a gem and just throws it as high and as far away as possible, hoping to hit some gnome some far away off.
Oh, not the gnome.
Just
You don't know if it hits a gnome, but
just
you can
you just need to insert that sound from Monty Python when the prince falls off
Oh,
the tower.
yeah.
Just the little.
ooh.
Oh man. Okay.
No, but he follows Israel
Okay.
at a
So
respectable
yeah, you guys
and proper distance.
after a couple of hours of travel, you guys get to where you can see the forge in the moonlight. By the forge, I mean sort of like the foothills of the mountain at the north part of the island.
Now, is it in the volcano or is it just near the volcano?
It's near the volcano.
Okay.
The ground sort of starts to slope up. You can see the rock poking up out of the trees in the distance.
Get your climbing legs on.
He takes out his prosthetic leg and just kind of straps it to his hip. Got it.
Ready.
I want you to each of you make me an exploration check, D6.
Okay. 3.
4.
Wait,
Okay.
Better than me?
I mean, I wasn't gonna say it.
All right, so early on in the foothills, you guys find the telltale signs of another pirate store.
Mm.
You didn't realize that they were making them this close together now. Just signs.
I realized how ineffective we are.
Well, that and just signs that are showing you that they're starting to, like, while you guys are doing this, the rest of the crew and the spiders are working on expanding.
Yeah.
Getting some infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
I think the market is oversaturated.
The real estate market.
We could
Turns
have
out
invested
Keith
this.
is just a mogul.
Is
And
it? Has enough time passed where it would be practical for us to settle in, or do we still have time to like just keep going?
Oh no, it's still,
No, we want
The
to make
sun-
use of the moonlight.
yeah, it's only like
Think of us as orcs.
9 p.m. maybe.
Yeah.
The sun just went down a couple hours ago.
Perfect.
All right,
Let's
sweet.
go.
Let us continue to tiptoe through the window.
Tiptoe.
Tiptoe through the window.
Through the window.
Dang, I can't trill my R's the way I
No
wanted
R's. Oh, man.
to. Nextly, after another hour or so, as the trees start to thin out, the vegetation becomes more sparse. You come upon a clearing wherein there is a tree with no foliage on it,
Oh,
and like a large empty hole going down through the middle of it.
does it appear dead?
It does appear dead, but you guys know this to be one of the hollow trees that your dreaded foes, the Lost Boys, like to use to travel from point to point across the island.
Ugh, I don't like that.
You don't see anybody here, but you know that they can show up at a moment's notice through.
Now, Keith, don't make any sudden movements or noises that would draw their attention.
He kind of already has his pistol out.
No, put it away.
Okay.
No noise.
Israel just kind of sticks his finger like in between the flintlock and the the powder fan.
Yes. Ow, ow.
So if we were to like shoot, let's say a pistol, into
The hole?
the hole of the tree, would it just like fire out somewhere else?
You don't know exactly how the trees work. All
I
you
bet
know
it's
is
magic.
right. All you know is that the Lost Boys will disappear into them and come back out, presumably somewhere else.
Have we charted like where the hollow trees are? Is that something we've done as pirates or?
Not really.
Okay, that's something I'm gonna start
You
doing.
know-
I'll mark it on the map right here where we
You-
are.
You know where the main hideout is,
Mm-hmm.
which is on the sort of eastward edge of the island on a high plateau.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm
Um,
gonna start marking all the hollow trees I see on our map,
Okay.
just so we have an idea of where those are.
Do you have any standing orders from Captain Hook in terms of how we should react to these trees?
Oh yeah, what's our engagement or our rules of engagement here?
What's our domestic policy concerning portal trees?
Well, you guys' standing orders are
Get to the forge.
number one. Number one is to find the fallen stars for Captain
Yeah,
Hook.
we're an exploration party, not a combat party.
Yeah, he hasn't given you explicit instructions regarding Peter Pan or the Lost Boys. Basically, for Israel to use his best judgment.
If rabble, then subdue.
Right.
I have an idea. So what he's going to do is there like any rope? I feel like he might be
Or
using.
is it a climbable tree?
You have your net. I guess if you want, you can say you took some rope with you when you left the pirate hole.
Okay, sweet. I will say that. And I want to tie an oar like just a few inches off the ground. Like, is it like you to dive down into the tree, like it's an upward like cylinder, or is there like a doorway in the tree that you can walk in?
Sounds like a
You'd have to
cylinder,
like
hollow
dive
tree.
down into the tree. Yeah.
Sweet. All right, he's just gonna like tie an oar across the opening, so that anyone trying to come through just gets hit in the face with an oar.
It's pretty good. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just dumb and very adolescent type trick.
Now,
You
Keith,
are a
if you wanna
pirate, so
do
you know
some more-
knots.
If you want to do some more damage, you could, put a scimitar or something in there instead, and it would be real gnarly.
I couldn't I? He kind of like looks and gives a dead stare to him. But then
Okay, forget I said anything.
But then I lose my scimitar.
That's true, I suppose.
But you know what I can put?
Don't put me there.
He like goes towards Israel. You know what I can put, Israel?
I just start turning
Pointed
around and walking.
sticks! And he like gets some small sticks that are just slightly pointy and kind of like puts them there as well. Never underestimate the value of a pointed stick.
That is true in this economy.
He's got a board with a nail in it.
Yeah. I like the booby trap. Let's go on.
One day the pirates will come up with a board with a nail in it so big that they destroy themselves. All right. Somehow
So I
you
guess
managed to
that's end of my oar.
you managed
that-
to do all of this without causing a stir somehow.
Wow, that's a gracious DM right there.
Well, it's a gracious D100.
Ah, good.
Also, as you climb down from the tree and you guys are about to leave, you hear flapping of wings. And
Yeah, the only
two-
winged creatures I know of are fairies.
Well, then have you never seen a bird before?
Nope.
So these are large vulture-like birds with
Ooh, I hate vultures.
red feathers and black flesh,
Ooh.
frequently referred to as red devils.
Yeah, understandable.
You know them to be sort of harbingers of bad luck.
Now,
the way
Keith-
carrion birds usually are.
I'm assuming we're not aligned with these guys.
Well, as far as you know, they're just wildlife. They're not aligned with anybody.
Okay, cool. Keith, you want to start stabbing?
And while he's humming, he's just gonna raise up his pistol, and then he goes and just kind of reaches down to your back. May I? He grabs a musket. He was aiming to fire both of them at once.
No, I have the musket. You have the pistol. And I take the musket and aim it. Now I say on the count of 3. 1, 2.
All right. Are you both shooting the same one, or there's 2 of them? Are you shooting
No,
the
one
same
one
one?
each.
Okay.
One each. We can do that.
Okay. Yeah. Sam, roll your d6, and Dylan, roll your d8.
I got 4.
I got 8.
Okay. Yeah. The musket just like blows one of them out of the tree, and it just like flops down onto the ground. Let me see. He's gonna have to make a.
I wonder if these
Okay.
hell pigeons were good eating.
You know, now that we talk about it, they're probably scavengers, which means probably not.
Yeah, they probably taste real gamey.
Oh, crap.
So yeah. So in your investigations of the mystical and magical. Oh, let me finish with the other bird. So
Oh,
the
yeah.
other bird saved on critical damage, but it is very injured and sort of like we'll say it falls onto the ground and kind of tries to flop away.
Oh,
Finish it off, Keith.
yeah. Sorry, little fella. Little bleeder. Just kind of finishes him off.
Okay.
Unless, of course,
The
I
Coupe
roll
de
a
Gracie.
1. I did roll a 1. Oh, no.
Keith, you gotta quit torturing this poor beast.
I'm so sorry.
It's
And roll
like
a 2? Does the
hitting
2
it
does anything?
It's like hitting it with the leg over and over again.
I rolled another 2. Oh, no. So far there's a 1, a 2, and a 2. And I'm not kidding, another 1.
Is it dead yet? You've shot it 6 times.
It's dead. After the 6th shot, it's dead.
It took a half an hour to kill. Keith will remember this.
Keith, that was horrifying.
Keith is now sad. Let's see. What are they?
Maybe we shouldn't kill small creatures who aren't good to eat.
Let's see.
I mean, this isn't a small creature per se, is it? Vultures are pretty big.
Oh, that's true.
All right. So
We've used half our ammo on
Right.
You've used half your ammo.
creatures.
one.
Yeah.
So
One
point
shot,
number
one
1
killed.
in Israel's investigations of the magic and mystical in Neverland, he has learned that the feathers of red devils can be used in certain like divining rituals.
Ah, sick.
And now you guys just
start
have
plucking.
you just have a big old fistful of these red, pretty large because they're big birds, feathers that you can carry with you. You like could bundle them together with some twine.
Yeah, I'll tie those bad boys up, shove them in my pack.
And secondly, you guys just fired a lot of shots off right
Yeah, we
next
should get
to
moving quickly. Yeah.
right next to one of the Lost Boys' trees.
Oh, no. I didn't even think about that.
That's why I said stab, well, not shoot, but that's okay. We're over.
That's why we use pointed sticks.
Yeah, we're about to see how it works, or we can just start running.
That too.
I vote run,
Oh, yeah.
and I just go.
Keith
As
just
you
starts
guys-
running, and he runs like he does that run like the guy from The Office where he doesn't move his arms. They're just like kind of dragging down beside him as his legs move.
It's really upsetting.
As you guys take off running, you hear, like, a few minutes after, you hear, like, clattering as, like, the wood and the sticks and stuff are thrown off of the top of the hole, and you just hear, like,
Nailed it.
boyish laughter. 2 or 3 people's
It's
worth.
never been more horrifying before. Boyish laughter.
Right.
Wow.
This in the night, the Lost Boys now know that somebody is wandering around
They're on the hunt.
the forge.
How close are we to the forge at this point?
Let's see. We'll say that took another couple hours, so we'll say it's about midnight now.
Okay.
So you're pretty close. You're like another 2 hours or so on foot.
Yeah, I'm just going we're going beast mode. We're just sprinting there now at this point.
Yeah,
Okay.
100%.
Okay, each of you make a. Oh, I've got to remember how the stats are categorized.
Probably strength for this one, yeah.
Probably, since this is physical, fighting, fortitude, and toughness.
I did not
Grace,
succeed.
athletics, and reflexes. It could be either one.
I succeeded.
I failed
Okay.
regardless of which stat it was, if it was strength or dex. So
Okay. So as you guys are like sprinting through the woods, you manage to make up a bit of time, but Israel, you trip and fall and take.
oh,
Uh,
did the feathers cushion my landing?
you take 1 dexterity damage
Ah, dang it. Okay.
from hurting your ankle.
Now my strength and my dex are both 9.
As you guys wander, you start to feel like, even though you're not turning, you're passing kind of the same landmarks
Ah, dang it.
Oh no.
over and over again.
Have we been here before, Keith?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, that's the plan, isn't it?
What?
I'm following you.
Yeah, but we've seen these trees, these rocks, that one weird lizard. We've seen these all before. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like tonight. We've seen them tonight.
Uh-huh.
So does that mean we're just going around in circles?
Yeah.
Okay, we're not supposed to be doing that, right? I thought we were going straight.
That's what
Right
I
to the
thought.
forge. That's what I
don't
thought
know.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is weird, isn't it?
Is this something where, like, because he hurt his leg when he fell, he's just been running in circles?
I'm just slightly drifting to the right the whole time.
He's power steering now.
My alignment's off.
Right. Keith's just like, here, let me realign you. He just kicks you in the other ankle.
I start looking around for. I mark the next tree that I come across, and then start keep doing that as I keep going. And then how long does it take to come back to a tree I've marked?
All right, so about 20 minutes later, you come across a tree. It looks like a tree that you marked, but now it's got a second mark on it.
Oh shoot!
Let's see. Let me make a little.
just a little roll, huh?
Mm-hmm. Oh wait,
Now,
wrong
Keith,
guy.
you see this, yeah? What do you think this means?
Oh, I think it means that mommy tree and daddy tree loved each other very much and had another tree that became a big tree that you scratched.
I don't think you know how trees grow.
Oh, that's how everything grows, dummy.
We'll talk about botany later.
You never thought you'd have to have the opposite
birds
of
and the trees
and
talk?
Yeah.
The birds in the trees. So as you guys continue a little further, you find a tree. Looks like the one you scratched, but this one has 4 scratches on it.
Ah, jeez. Okay, I just
as
stopped
if-
moving.
As if something with claws might have scratched it.
Yeah,
perhaps.
I just stopped and I start looking around. I'm just on edge, just looking for anything around.
As you start looking around, you hear like the clattering of rocks, and you notice a unwelcome and familiar sight.
Oh no.
If you recall the bath bear that chased you
Yes.
a little while ago,
I was afraid of this.
this now is a family of bath bears.
Oh, good. But that doesn't explain how we got the bath bears can't trap us in an infinite time loop.
Cue the Benny Hill theme. We have fun here in Neverland.
So,
how many is in the family?
it's a mother and 2 cubs. So you look, you see the mother. And you look in the other direction, you see the cubs.
Yeah.
How big
And
are the
we
cubs?
They're still pretty small, but we all know what happens when you stand in between
Yeah.
a mother bear and her cubs.
I lay down and play dead.
All right. What does Keith do?
Oh, so we're like, so it's like a triangle, and we're.
Yeah.
I don't like this. Yeah, this is kind of the worst possible situation. Now, is this
He's
part
gonna
of?
take
Is
the
this
prosthetic leg, and like put it next to Israel's leg, and act like he's like ripping it off. Oh no! I got his leg. It's over there, and he throws it off to the side.
The bear literally doesn't stop, doesn't take its eyes off of you.
Worth a try.
Well,
Is this a promo tie-in for the new movie Cocaine Bear?
I don't have any cocaine. Dude, that's what you want. He kind of just rolls his eyes and falls down, pretending to be dead as well. The pain, the misery. Goodbye, cruel world.
You don't have to
Whoa, I
hang
am
up.
slain.
Whoa, I am slain.
I am slain. The bear comes over, kind of like paws at you, and then
I just remain limp. Do I need a willpower check for that?
make a willpower check for me.
Both of us or just him?
Go ahead and both of you make
Oh,
one.
thank God, I rolled a 3.
Oh, I succeeded.
Nice. So it nudges you guys, and then all of a sudden you hear like a loud clanging off in the distance.
Oh no.
Lost boy clinging?
No, this sounds like a hammer and anvil
Oh.
type of clanging. And the bears sort of look up. The cubs and the mother, they look up and they just kind of not necessarily saunter, but not necessarily run. They just kind of
Lumber.
lumber off. Clearly, this noise is familiar to them.
As soon as they do that, I feel like Keith runs over and grabs the leg and puts it back behind him. Got to recover that one.
Doesn't want to lose his leg.
Is this a sound that we're familiar with, or
No, you've heard tell of the old man of the mountains,
oh,
and you've heard stories about
it's Tom Bombadil?
this
Oh,
noise.
no.
Kind of. So as you guys stand up and kind of dust yourselves off, a big, burly, bearded old man comes up to you, accompanied by a spider similar to the ones you guys are familiar with, but it doesn't look like any of the ones you've encountered before. It's got a kind of small in comparison to the other
not
giant
Thip.
spiders. It's got like a small round body with long spindly legs.
Ooh, like a daddy long leg.
Yes, exactly like a daddy long legs.
Oh, ew.
Well, pleasure to make your acquaintance, sir. My name is Israel Pickens. What can I do you for?
Well, he starts. His voice is less craggly than you would expect coming from his body. And as you look at him, you can sort of see like a twinkling behind his eyes. No,
Like a
not
mischievous twinkling or a
like
magical twinkling?
Yeah, like a personality twinkling.
A friendly twinkling.
So
Yeah,
not a youthful, intimidating one that we would be used to seeing from our dear Peter Pan.
No, he has a very like friendly grandpa aura that he's putting out.
I like it.
That is belied by his appearance.
And his spiders.
It's like he looks over at the spider. He's like, "See, Twisp, I told you there was somebody out here lost."
Lost is a strong word, but I do appreciate it.
And he chuckles at that, and he turns to you guys. He's like, "It's easy to get turned around out here." Sorry, my British accent is terrible.
That's okay. I barely have a Georgian accent, so there we go.
It's easy for people to get turned around here.
Yeah, we noticed that we kept circling some of the same trees around these parts.
Yes, this place tends to play tricks on everybody. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Michael. Michael Darling.
Good to meet you. Michael Darling?
And he holds
that name sounds familiar.
holds his hand out to shake. Hey everyone, thanks for listening to Minions and Misfits. If you like what you heard, please be sure to rate and review us wherever you get your podcasts. You can also follow us on Facebook, on Twitter as @MinionsMisfits, and on Mastodon as MisfitsPod@dice.camp. See you next week.